Mom Training Podcast with Diana Ballard.
Hey, it's Diana. I was scared to become a mom. I was self-employed, traveled around the world, and I was afraid I'd lose myself, my ambition, be restricted, and be a hot mess. I started interviewing hundreds of moms to figure out what skill sets and mindsets I needed to keep my future family a priority and have the time, energy, and resources to achieve my own goals and hobbies. Each week we discuss how to run a successful household and enjoy your roles as mom, spouse, housewife, and individual. Come learn how to create the life you want while having a family. I'm glad you're here. So I had a fellow listener contact me, and she wanted to know a little bit more about my own story and how I got where I was and why I'm doing this. So I thought I would share with you a little bit of who I am and why I'm so passionate about helping moms. So first, to start out, I was raised by a wonderful mom. She homeschooled us in the beginning. She cooked bread every week. She did so many activities. We traveled all over the United States. We did tons of things. So I come from good roots. Now let's skip over to my teenage years, where I rebelled. I hung out with a lot rougher crowd, made some horrible choices, and I found myself in homes where families didn't have a strong mom. Their moms struggled with drugs and alcohol addictions, multiple partners, like these things that were so hard on the kids. And, the kids, by the time that we graduated high school, we were doing drugs and drinking with the parents. And it was a horrible atmosphere. Yelling, fighting, abuse, like actual physical fights, like often, and it was a norm. And, at that time, it didn't faze me because I was in it. This is how life was at the time. But now, as I have stepped out of that lifestyle, thank the Lord that I am not in that lifestyle anymore. I've been clean for, almost 12 years now, which is amazing. We're coming up on 12 years being clean of drugs and alcohol. And now that I step back and am out of it and I look into the situation, I see how much my friends' moms were struggling. And this came from their own past and their own mother. Generations upon generations of people that are struggling and have not learned the skills to help them create a happy, healthy life and environment for their family and themselves. Now, there's a lot of us right now that are not into drugs, we're not into alcohol, and we'd never touch it. But we also struggle with addictions too that numb it out. Food, TV shows, social media. So we're not any better than the people I'm talking about that were in drugs and alcohol. They were doing the best they could, and so are you. But that doesn't mean that having different skills and different ways of thinking about life and creating your life and how to build your life aren't necessary. They're completely necessary for a family to thrive. And every mother that I've ever seen has literally been doing the best that they can with what they have and what they know. But why I'm telling you this is let's right now in our home break the generational curses that have been on our family for years. Being addicted to food, always being in debt or never having enough money, having relationships that suck, having marriages that suck, or not being able to emotionally, mentally cope in a healthy manner. These things that we struggle with now, have we learned them from the people before us? Have we learned them from our parents? Have we learned them from our role models? It's so important for us to step back and see what things are being passed on. Did your parents always struggle with money? Are you finding yourself in the same way now? Did you learn how to spend like them? Did you learn how to eat like them? Now, again, the people before us, the generations before us, were doing the best they could. But I'm asking you right now to stand up and do the best you can by looking at what things you want to stop through the generations and stop in your home now. And try to create something different for your own kids. Are they going to be perfect? Are you going to be able to fix everything? Are you never going to struggle? Are they never going to see that? Are they never going to learn some bad habit from you? Nope. Unfortunately, they're going to learn things from us that aren't good too. But are we working on our weaknesses? Are we turning and finding solutions to changing our weaknesses and saying, enough is enough? Let's get up and do something different with my family, with my way that I do motherhood. And these guidelines, these things you're learning, these new habits are not to control you, but to give you ultimate freedom. Are they hard? I'm working on some guidelines right now for myself in a couple of different areas. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how bad I want to fight these. But I realize that these are new habits that'll create new success and new horizons and new possibilities like I've never seen in my life if I hold to creating these new habits. Sometimes it's not fun. Just know that sometimes there will be times you have to press through and really dig in your feet and give it everything that you got. But as you take care of yourself, as you get more sleep, as you drink more water, as you eat healthier food, you will have the energy that you need, the strength that you need to stand up, to dig in those heels, and to hold fast to the new things you're learning and the habits you're creating and the new life that you're bringing into your home. It's exciting and exhilarating and fun to see the change in your household and the peace that you feel in your family. So what generational chains do you want to break? And how do you want your family to be different? Think about that this week and pick something out that you want to work on. And start looking for solutions that can bring change to your family, life, and home. You guys are awesome. Tune in next week. We're going to talk about creating energy and strength to be able to do the things necessary to bring your family up with you. Hey girl, mom training has launched. Yeah, you heard it right. Go over to dianaballard.com and check out mom training and how it can help you build a solid foundation for a successful home and family. And for a limited time, you can get 50% off the membership right now. Go to dianaballard.com and see how mom training can be a part of your life.